Let me see. Yep, it's my turn to burn, folks. This is A21 from Black Roses Garden Community Radio. She just got off the air. I'm doing the limited edition or the mop up work, if you will. Um, as we would if we were in studio, because again, as she shared with you, that we're going to lead by example, because at Black Roses Garden, we always lead from the front. So we are not going to risk our integrity or being jammed up because, the studio is open for whatever reason. But the law says we should not go, so we're not going to do it. And we're going to get our information to you with the Facebook Lives. As you guys noticed, I got my little positive saying sheet, my encouraging words, back up in my office at home. But as we do each and every week, I want to remind you guys, if you have never been laser focused on anything else, know, trust, and believe that you have the power to express, to be purposeful, to form an opinion, to take a stand, to make a change, to rise, to speak, and to resist. In other words, we want to encourage you, just as we will continue to do, to move in the direction of your greatest good. Now, I'm not going to hold you guys long at all, but I did want to touch on the 5G piece. I want to do a cleanup on the coronavirus, and I want to talk to you guys about voting. Now, the only reason I'm mentioning this 5G piece, because I'm getting all of these conspiracy theories text in feeds on my page, saying that people are dying. It's not only the coronavirus; it's the 5G that's coming from wherever they say it's coming from. Guys, we had 4G. We were talking about radiation. 4G was ionized radiation, and levels of ionized radiation can hurt you. 5G is non-ionized. And just for an example, X-ray machines are ionized. That's why the guy puts on this little apron or whatever it is to protect himself from the rays, because that's ionized radiation. 5G is not ionized. But I'm sharing this particular piece because, like Rose said, you can believe what you want to believe anyway. But how about we try to focus on things that we can impact? How about we do that? So that's my 10 cents worth of 4G, 5G radiation, and how the government is putting all of that. So that's killing us too, along with the coronavirus. Again, believe what you want to believe, but do your research before you put stuff out. And you don't even have to go far to find out that that's a bunch of bullpucky. So that being said, I'm moving on to the next thing. The coronavirus. Now, I have a young lady. As a matter of fact, she is my niece. Because so many states are suffering because they don't have the personal protection equipment that they need. My niece, who you may know, seen her on the Today Show and all of these other shows, because when she got pregnant the first time, it was one baby. She got pregnant the second time, she had twins. And she got pregnant the third time, she had triplets. And those triplets were featured in the movie Harriet. But be that as it may, she is doing a phenomenal job in that she is making masks and sending them to New Orleans primarily, because that's where she's from. She's got a lot of friends down there, but she's making them and donating them to area hospitals and EMT workers. Now, she's also selling them too, because she has to still generate funds to buy the fabric and buy the elastic so she can make it, but she's selling them as well. So I'm going to put her number out there because I think what she's doing is freaking phenomenal. Her number, you can text her preferably, or give her a call at 240-381-3173. Again, that number is 240-381-3173. And her name is Nia Tolbert. Again, you buy one, she donates one. She's been donating them all along, but right now she's got to keep it going in her imaginary spare time, because she's got 6 children at home too. And they, in her imaginary spare time, she is making these masks and she's donating them. So support, that's a way that you can support. That's something you can do. Over and above staying in the house is purchase one of those masks. So an emergency worker, a nurse, a nursing assistant, a doctor can have a mask that they can use to protect themselves. And again, that protects you from giving it to somebody else. It also covers your face and protects you from, if you're out at the grocery store and happen to touch, because a lot of times we do unconscious touching. This will protect you as well. So again, please keep that in mind. I also, right at when Rose went off, I went to the kitchen to get something to drink, and Trump was on TV telling people that he wants to open up the country again. Dr. Fauci is on another channel saying that the social distancing is the absolute best thing that we can do. So I'm going to go along with the epidemiologist who has been doing this since 1984 and has been doing a phenomenal job. But I want to touch, even though, Rose took you to school on that. She really did. But I look at the frontline workers. We're thinking about the doctors and nurses and the ambulance workers and that kind of thing. But we have folks who are cashiers at the grocery stores, folks who work at, at these, these essential places, who don't have that equipment either. They don't have the gloves and that kind of thing. I applaud Governor Cuomo because he said, okay, Donald, you ain't going to help me out. I'm going to go to Oregon. I'm going to go to China. And they're helping him out with ventilators, coupled with this basketball player, Stephen Marbury. He used to play for the New York Knicks. He is paying for 10 million masks to go to New York. That's stuff that we can do. I mean, I know that people are still waiting on unemployment checks and that kind of thing. But there are folks like me who are getting a Social Security check or retirement check who can donate $5 or $10. Y'all can do that. So, and there are lots of websites around. New York has a website up and at them. They have it. I look at the Amazon worker who organized the strike in New York, because people are getting sick. And again, our biggest problem is not, it is the disease, but the bigger problem is we don't know the magnitude of the problem. And we don't know the magnitude of the problem because, and I'm not claiming that, Bama, your illustrious leader decided to disband the pandemic office that President Obama put in place to address these issues. Now, I know that when Ebola hit, SARS hit, and MRSA hit, Obama was in office, but schools were not closed down. You could still, go to church and go about your business. It's because when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Obama planned. he had the issue addressed. And old numbnut said, okay, a black man did it. I can't follow behind him, so I'm going to just break it all up. Ladies and gentlemen, I contend that that's something that we can control. But I'm going to address that in a minute. Also, you have Florida and Georgia, two states that said, okay, we're going to have a statewide shutdown. Lockdown. But then the very next day, you had the Florida governor saying, well, we're going to let folks go to church because, you got some mega churches down there. And the sheriffs had pulled up one pastor down there for having a church service with over 1,000 people. But I guess the evangelicals got to Governor DeSantis, and now he is allowing churches to be open on Sunday. How dumb are you, Governor DeSantis? You have the same thing in Georgia. It used to be, I want to say his name is Kemp. I'm not 100% sure of who that governor is, but I know that he used to be the state attorney general in Georgia when Stacey Abrams was his opponent. But he is now, while he had a lockdown order, he is now opening up the beaches in Georgia. The only way we are going to get past this, or flatten this curve, if you will, is to stay away from each other until they can at least get a handle on the problem. These numbnuts that are saying open stuff up, y'all just pray for them, because that's pretty much all I can do at this particular point in time. I also look at the Defense Production Act, where your president could have every manufacturer in this country shut down what they generally make and make what's needed nationwide. But he's not doing it. The Defense Production Act is in fact signed, but he is not fully putting it in force because he is just a whiny little bitch. He's trying to punish New York. He's trying to punish California. He's trying to punish governors in the blue states because they will not kiss his ass. And I'm wondering if there are any lawyers out there, because I do know there's a judge and a couple of lawyers on my friends list. Can this administration, once we get past this, can they be sued? Because they are an accessory to murder. Now, I don't know if it's going to be, I know it's not, first degree, because it seems to me it's even premeditated as far as I'm concerned. First degree, second degree manslaughter, or whatever it is. It seems to me that it can be and should be brought up on some kind of charges down the line. So let me see what others. I'm just so annoyed with all that's going on because it can be controlled. We are in this predicament because of the idiot in the White House. That's why we are where we are. And now he's getting out there trying to do something dumb all over again. He says that he's spoken with all of the sports leaders, and they say that we should be able to open up late July, early August. That's what he was saying on the TV probably less than 20 minutes ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that we can do something about. We can do it by what? Voting. Because it's we the people. And again, I would encourage everybody breathing right now within earshot. And I would encourage you to tell your friends to do the same thing. Call your Board of Elections, go online to your Board of Elections, and request an absentee ballot. Fill that puppy out and vote right now. I will repeat. Go to the Board of Elections in whatever state you are in. Request an absentee ballot and vote by mail. Yes, they do intend to have the, early voting in the state of Maryland from May 21st to the 26th. But if the rate stuff is going, you just don't know. The rescheduled primary date is slated for June the 2nd. And again, the early voting places, they will be listed on the website, but you can't miss with the Starplex up here by the stadium. And early voting hours are from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. if you choose to go in person. And on Election Day, June the 2nd, again, if stuff does not change up, the polls are going to be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. But again, driving the point home, go online, order that absentee ballot, and vote that way. Okay, let me see if I got any more notes here. Just want to put a little bit of a correction for folks in Prince George's County. If you have the unemployment questions or any questions as it relates to the stimulus package, the number is 301-883-6627. Again, that number is 301-883-6627. And again, I had shared it earlier. I believe Rose shared it on her show, but I'm going to share it for people who may have missed that piece. If you never paid in unemployment, like say you're self-employed, you're a barber, you're a nail technician, you're a cosmetologist, you are still eligible for unemployment, and you can go online and apply. Again, if you have challenges, you can call that 301-883-6627 number that also Brooks put out on the town hall earlier this week. And she said that they are more than happy to assist. Did you see Cuomo? I did all of that. Yeah. All right, guys. Again, this is the abbreviated version, or as I like to call it jokingly, limited edition of Black Rose's Garden Community Radio Show. And y'all see I got my hat because I'm sporting a TWA, Teeny Weeny Bush, a Teeny Weeny Afro, excuse me. So I'm about to close out, but just like I bring you in with something positive, I always want to take you out with something positive, and always want to encourage you folks that ain't nobody gonna save us from us but us. So with that, I'm encourage you again to count your blessings instead of your crosses, because we got a whole lot of bad stuff going on, but this is something we can do something about. We can't, all you engineers talking about 4G and 5G and how the government's killing us, we have to deal with radiation. If you got a plug in your ear, one of those little, what do you call them, earpiece in your ear, you're dealing with radiation. If you got a cell phone, you're dealing with radiation. If you got a laptop, iPad, any of those things, those are radiation powered. So who's killing who? Is the government killing you, or are you killing yourself? Food for thought. All right, but I'm out of here. I want you to count your blessings instead of your crosses. Count your gains instead of your losses. Count your joys instead of your woes. Count your friends, folks, instead of your foes. Count your smiles instead of your tears. Count your courage instead of your fears. Count your full years instead of your lean. Count your kind deeds, folks, instead of your mean. Count your health instead of your wealth. And by all means, folks, you count on God instead of yourself. Rest in heaven, all you DC folks. Skip Mahoney was laid to rest today. Skip Mahoney and the Casuals is a DC group. My brother-in-law used to sing with him. Skip is gone, but his memory will remain. This is 821 from Black Roses Garden Community Radio. Peace and blessings. I am out.